Doc here again, and welcome back. This is part 3 of Way of the Samurai 3. And so, we just saw Yuma and Shinosuke in their little battle thing here. And now we have to go back and forth to Kuchihagahara about 3 times to get the rest of the key events that occur there. And you can't see 2 of them in the same trip, and so hence all the fast traveling that you're about to witness. And that one there that I just did was also to pass the time from evening to night, because the next one has to occur at night. So here I am running up here again. And on a relatively unrelated note, I just played this crazy game, Onechanbara, I'm assuming is how it's said, Bikini Samurai Squad, and that thing is nuts. I picked it up at GameStop for about $12. Best $12 I ever spent. So I'm talking to this minstrel here, and these minstrels are what you use to save the game, and he won't let me save until I hit him. And so I switched the sword to blunt, which is essentially, rather than a slash with the bladed portion, you hit him with the back end of the sword. And you can use this in regular fights as well if you're fighting someone that you don't want to kill. You just want to knock them out, essentially. There's one instance towards the end of this where I'll actually have to fight someone with the blunt attacks, because they have to live, but we have to battle. So I hit him and he lets me save, and then run up here and enjoy the scene between Shinosuke and the little girl from the village. So watch this.
How long do you plan on doing things like that? You don't really think that what you're doing is right, do you?
Whether right or wrong, it doesn't matter. I'm just serving my purpose.
Your purpose is to cause suffering to people who have committed no crime.
Some things have to be taken with a broader perspective. That's all I can say.
Why? You weren't anything like this before.
No. But people do change. You have changed too. Your family, your people, everyone. You left them behind, Your Highness.
Stop it! That's not my name anymore. I'm just a villager now.
My apologies. Then, I ask you not to speak to me anymore. It will only attract attention. Farewell.
Shinosuke!
So in that little cutscene, you saw that he referred to her as Your Highness, and she essentially accused him of the same things that Yuma did, being a traitor and, you know, turning his back on the people that he used to call friends and work for and all that stuff. Which all that will come to light later on as to why those things were said and whatnot. So we do some more fast traveling here, because we got to go back to the same area and talk to Shinosuke by himself. Like I said before, in the last one, a lot of the key events happen in this particular area, and you can't see more than one of them in the same trip there, which kind of sucks and can be a little confusing. It took me a while to figure that out. But yeah, you have to go from one place to the next, and you got to do it pretty quickly, because every time you travel a little bit of time passes, and if too much time passes, then you'll miss the window. Like all these that I'm doing right now have to occur at nighttime in this particular location.
Oi.
So I'm going to have a conversation with him, and he starts talking about cherry blossoms, which will be a little more understanding. And you give him the Sakura Sakurai conversation option back. That's the one that has to be said to get the true ending. And he says, don't worry about it, forget about what I just said, I've said too much. So some things are starting to come together, I guess you could say. The plot thickens, so to speak. So now I could travel to Castle Amana, and guess who we talk to? Shinosuke. This guy really gets around. I mean, he's all over the place. And we'll go do a job for him in the Fujimori clan. It's less of an actual job and more of a plot-based mission. Because there are jobs that you can do for various people in the game just to make a little bit of money. For the most part, I don't really worry about it too much because there's not really a whole lot you can do with the money. In other playthroughs where I'm not actually going for anything in particular and just playing the game to kind of see what happens, I'll occasionally do a job in an attempt to get some cash to spend at the blacksmith or what have you. But in this particular case, I already know exactly what I need to make happen for this ending, and money is not one of them. The sword that I'm using is leveled up pretty far, so I'm not looking for a bunch of cash to change anything on it. So we talked to him, and he says more or less that there is a supply train, caravan, something of that nature, that needs to be guarded. And just tell him, sure, you want to help out, and then he will automatically take you to where this happens, and we get another scene explaining the caravan thing.
This place is always so creepy. Wouldn't be surprised if a Tengu jumped out.
Hey, don't jinx us. Let's just hurry up and get past this dark, dangerous place.
There they are! Now get them! Go, go, go!
It's the Yoka clan.
Here they come. Draw your swords. Protect the provisions.
So now it's time to kick some ass. The Oka clan has attacked, and it's time to go out and fight them. So I'll give a little bit more information on the combat here. If you notice in the bottom, I guess left-hand corner of the screen, there's a green bar that's obviously hit points or health or life or whatever you want to call it. And then there's a bar that has sections above it. I guess it's kind of a white, off-white color. That bar is the durability of my sword, or whatever weapon that you're currently using. This one is 5 because I had to level or go to the blacksmith and get him to increase its durability. Others will be various levels depending on how they've been used, etc. And if you notice when I'm fighting, there a red line goes up, and if that line goes all the way to the top, then a piece of it will break off. If enough sections break off, then the sword will eventually break, and it will do hardly any damage, and you'll have to pick up one off the ground or use one that you have in your inventory. So with level 5, it's pretty hard to break one, unless you're just spamming quick attacks constantly on there, blocking them all, because if they block, then the red line goes up faster than if the sword is going through, I guess, flesh, you can say. There's also some techniques as far as pushing the enemy or backing off of the enemy. If you push the enemy with their blocking, then you will get them off balance, allowing you to perform an attack. If the icon above their head turns blue, that means that and you push, then you will be off balance because they're allowing you to push, and they just back off and you kind of fall forwards a little bit. If their icon turns orange and you're blocking and back off, the same thing will happen to them. So the combat system can take a little bit of getting used to, but as far as games like this go, it's probably one of the best, in that it's not just mindless button mashing, but it's not super complicated and hard to get used to. So that's over, and here's another scene.
They're just too strong!
Retreat! Retreat!
Damn you!
Were they after the provisions? Or were they after my life? In any case, how could they know we were here? No one knew about this route. Oka clan, huh? I see. I wonder just how many spies we have in our castle. In any case, we are nearly there. Let's get back to the castle before we are attacked again.
So now that that cutscene is over, we're back at Castle Amana, and I'll go talk to Shinosuke and collect my 800 yen reward, and that's it for this video. Stay tuned for part 4 coming very soon.